Hey, Steve.
Yeah.
You ever get a hunch in sports?
Yeah, and then I correct my posture.
He gets a hunch in his back.
Hey.
He's got a bad back.
All right.
It's getting better.
How would you say, Jesse and Steve, how would you rate your gut feeling on sports? Like something like your premonition.
It's usually unfettered dread. And it's often correct.
Well, if you're good at predicting, you might want to try Betway, the sports betting app that backs you to trust your sports instincts. If that sounds like you, opt in to the Betway Parlay Club today to earn $10 in free bets. When you place $25 or more on sports multiples or bet builder bets with at least 3 selections, you're going to receive $10 back in free bets. This offer is available every week, so head over to Betway and bet your way. Steve, what's your premonition?
Your team is going to win.
I got a new slogan for them.
What is it?
Betway. We're gut healthy.
Must be 19 years of age or older to play. Please play responsibly. So I just want to take a look at the standings in the East for just a second here because this is fun. Toronto's played 71 games, which is more than Florida, more than Boston, and more than Tampa Bay. Boston and Tampa are both tied at 93 points right now. Boston gets the edge, though, because they've got one more win.
They're
now,
gonna play the fucking Bruins.
Just hang on. Just hang on.
No,
Stop distracting. No, you have to listen to this. This is good. Here's why this is good. Because Boston and Tampa, I believe, play tonight. Their next game is against each other. And for the Leafs, with 98 points and Boston and Tampa at 93, what this can mean is that one of those teams is going to be tied in games with the Leafs at 71, but only have 93 points, which puts catching them a lot more out of reach. Now, the Leafs at this point have not even claimed a playoff spot because the NHL loves parity and loves their pity points.
Wait,
if Boston,
really?
Huh?
They haven't claimed a playoff
No,
spot?
I think it's what's the thing tonight? There is actually a bizarre stat out there. I think the Islanders have to beat Carolina and then New York and Toronto. Yeah, the New York Rangers and Toronto Maple Leafs will both clinch a playoff berth today if the Islanders lose to Carolina in regulation.
We're 2 games away from all the clinching scenarios.
You know what? Props to the Islanders because this should have been dead in the water a long time
Should have
ago.
been, but they're fighting. Now, I want to say this. It's really tough. I'm not saying it's impossible, but if the Leafs have at 71 games 98 points and the team in the wild card is at 71 games and 93 points, that's a tough lead, and it almost makes it close to insurmountable. I'm hoping the Tampa wins. Because I might prefer them, but it's not any better. I'll be honest with you.
No, Adam, that's bad.
Here's
don't
what
prefer the back-to-back Stanley Cup champions. What are you doing?
I just don't want. I don't want the boogeyman. Sometimes,
no, not.
I don't want
you, Boston. I want
Thank
you,
you.
Boston.
They're all
Thank
boogeymen.
you.
I think, listen, it's going to be shit no matter what. Let's go through the Bruins.
Yeah.
Here's the worst outcome, though. They go to overtime and they both get a point.
Wow.
Ugh.
So
Yeah.
naturally,
it's what'll happen.
So
Yes.
the playoffs start in May.
May 2nd.
Yeah, but it seems so long from now still. Like we still got like 3 weeks to go. It's May.
I don't know if it was on mic or after. You're like, man, there's like a month left in the season. No, there is not.
There is 3 weeks.
It's April 8th. Your birthday.
May 2nd.
Happy almost birthday.
Thank you. That's 3 weeks.
It is 3 weeks. That's crazy. This is
But
gonna
like,
be fun.
it doesn't end. The regular season does not end May 1st. It ends like
We have-
April 29th.
We have
so
12% of the season left.
There it is.
That's a lot of percent.
actually,
Yeah, about 10 games, about 12%.
Yeah.
I'm not wrong.
What a strange but accurate way to look at it. Huh.
Okay, so I want to take the next 10 minutes and talk about this. There's a new addition to the SDPN.
What?
Don't you know?
No.
Don't you know?
No. Who
Haven't
is
you
this?
heard? Ain't you heard?
We got to fight.
We're gonna have a fight. So Jesse sends us a text yesterday.
You haven't sent a single announcement tweet.
I know. Because Jesse
I don't
didn't allow
want
me to. He
I don't
sent
want
me a text yesterday and said, "Hey, check it out."
Yes, he did.
Mm-hmm.
And I said public, and he said, "What do you mean?"
And Steve
like,
said, "Is this
I didn't-
public?
public-
Hello, is this on?"
Public mobile? Like, or did you move over from Rogers?
Jesse, you knew what he meant.
Not really. But I first read it, and then I was like, oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, Jesse Blake, do you want to tell everybody about the new addition to the SDPN?
It's been coming for a while. that we have to expand what we do here at SDPN. We can't just be hockey guys. We are not the hockey guy.
Mm-hmm.
We have to go into other sports.
We do.
And this is our first foray into that.
Whoa. Endeavor.
Right now, you can go on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify. Google always takes 7 damn days, so you can do that in a week. You go on Amazon Music. You can go on the SDPN YouTube channel.
Android's inferior.
And check out the first episode of my brand new podcast, The Jesse Blake Sports Report.
Yay!
I started a podcast!
Jesse started a podcast. Now, before we get to the problem with this, because there's a huge fucking problem. I don't know if you've spotted the problem. The problem
you may have identified.
You might know the problem. But okay, so really excited about this. Steve and I have both heard it, and it sounds great. And honestly, it's Jesse being Jesse, which is awesome. Now, you kind of have a different take on this because you're covering multiple different sports, and this whole thing, it didn't really have much to do with hockey.
Right, yeah. On the first episode, we have on Rob Wong and Cam Lewis, and we do a Blue Jay season preview. And that's what literally expedited this podcast and me releasing it and getting it done. Last week on Friday, when it was just the solo episode afterwards, Steve and I, we were talking, and I was like, you know what? It would be a real shame if we didn't have anything going into opening day for the Toronto Blue Jays
today
covering their season. Mm-hmm. I wanted to get some content out there for everybody who's a fan of the Jays, to bring in new fans, to build up the excitement for the Blue Jays season. Because as you'll hear in the first episode of the podcast, the Jays are the second favorite team to win the World Series. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers, then the Toronto Blue Jays.
And then the Dodgers are murderers, let's be honest.
The Dodgers,
a scary team.
Yeah, they've bought a franchise that every year they buy more bats and they just keep getting better. So after them is the Toronto Blue Jays. And this city, I want it to enjoy the excitement of the Jays this year. I want everybody to be at every game, 50,000 fans. So we have that on the first episode. We have Rob Wong and Cam Lewis to do a Blue Jays season preview. And then we have S from The Score, and he's doing a breakdown of why Scotty Barnes is the Rookie of the Year. And that's another scenario where I'm like, we need to get on this. We need some stuff if we're gonna be the sports network that we want to be eventually when we reach our ultimate goal. Like, this is the stuff we need to be covering, and we're gonna miss out on these moments if we don't do it now. If we don't get on it. And that's a lot of philosophy of how I do things. It's just kind of, hey, I'm just going to do this, and then it's done, and then we do it, and then it's out there. And
you're so impressive.
That's what happened with this podcast. I made the decision, get this done, recorded everything yesterday, and then the episode's out now. You can go listen to it. Take a listen to the Blue Jays season preview, and then Scotty Barnes Rookie of the Year. And then next week, we're going to have a Raptors playoff preview, because that's a team that's gone underrated all year because of their lackluster season last year. And they need the hype behind themselves going into game one of the NBA playoffs.
Now, the show is about 40 minutes long. I think you'll really like it. How many episodes a week you do?
I think we're going to do 1 episode a week for now.
Okay.
Maybe ramp it up to 2 come NHL and NBA playoffs when they're in full swing.
Which is cool. I love that. And I think it's going to be, this is just the start of, as Jesse said, we're moving out. We've got really good hockey coverage. Mm-hmm. Really, really good. And then with all the Game Over brands that are going to launch, I think we're going to be just about as close to saturated as you can, unless we literally bought the NHL rights from Sportsnet, which we don't have the money to do.
Adam has the money, but he won't let us use it.
I will not.
Look at the camera.
I will not buy the NHL rights. Which camera am I looking at?
Your camera.
Oh, that camera. I will not buy the NHL rights with my money.
And that's exactly why, because he doesn't know where the damn thing is.
Because I can't find my own camera, therefore I can't find the password to my crypto that I bought in 2011 that's now worth $400 billion. Sorry.
Your USB key that you keep in the attic.
That's right.
Where everyone keeps their USB keys.
So that's the story.
Well, the crypto guy.
Yeah, he kept it in the attic. He's like, oh, I forgot it was there. I'm like, you fucking... No,
you didn't.